Ok, siamo arrivati qua. Livello 8 dobbiamo parlare con Edward Wonsey. Allora, andiamo di qua.
Please, Jonathan, come in. Fascinating, is it not?
Allora,
In the last decade, so many mysteries have been brought to light with our microscopes. The human body, biology's penultimate frontier. The more we explore its boundaries, the less we're able to trace a clear line between life and death. You, my friend, have a foot in both countries. The view must be vertiginous.
It's at least as vertiginous as chatting about vampires with you, I would say.
This must be all
allora,
so new to you. This area of town, the hospital, a brand new life.
ah no, ho sbagliato.
How stimulating it must be.
I wish I could share your enthusiasm, Dr. Swansea, but my condition defies scientific categorization. Undead?
It's my thrill at this serendipitous turn of events. The world's most eminent specialist in blood transfusions, a vampire. One might say a gift from heaven.
Oh. Questo non è un dono, sono un paradosso vivente.
It may seem strange, but your words have brought me some comfort here.
Forgive me. I've been an admirer of your work for a long time, and now you are so much more than a brilliant physician. And please, call me Edgar.
Allora, non c'è bisogno di scusarsi.
There is no need to apologize, Edgar. You offered me sanctuary when I had none.
Very well. I have a task for you, Jonathan. Something that will require all your newfound skills.
Please, go on.
The Pembroke only survives through the generosity of our
C'è la
benefactors.
generosità dei nostri
Unfortunately, our
benefattori.
main donor has found herself in a bit of a bind. Now, if you could help her out...
A spokesman or politician is what you need. That's not my calling. And until I come to understand what has happened to me, I require discretion.
Discretion is in order, Jonathan. Lady Ashbury has recently received rather indelicate correspondence that, if revealed, would jeopardize her position.
And you would like me to eradicate this threat?
By the stole, of course not. I would just like you to pay her a visit. Her ladyship is certainly near the tents outside, tending the
Tende a
sick.
prendersi cura dei
You can't miss her.
malati.
Look for someone impossibly
Non
delicate.
puoi sbagliarti.
Accepted. I'll see what kind of
Non
trouble
fare guai
Lady
si è
Ashbury
casata
is in.
Lady Ashbury. Allora. Andiamo a vedere un po'. Ah, è qua vicino. Perché c'era qualcosa qua dietro? No. Sentiamo cosa da
My
dire.
dear wife, Emily. I take comfort knowing we'll soon be together again.
Mr. Rainfield, that's no way to talk. You're in good hands here, and we'll be up again soon enough. Now do me a kindness and get some sleep. I'll be back round later.
Your words are kind, the blessings of an angel. You're the sweet, sweet lady of mercy.
Almeno vedendo la faccia per me c'è qualcosa dietro.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. It's a pleasure to see you again. You seem surprised. Dr. Swansea has brought me up
Ciao,
to speed
Kitten.
concerning your recent appointment to Pembroke Hospital.
You're a vamp... The lady who saved me that night, before vanishing into thin air. I remember you from the pub with Dr. Swansea.
Indeed. Allow me to introduce
Vedi,
myself
non è
formally
Lady
this
Ashbury.
time. My name is Lady Ashbury. I remember you well, in spite of the brevity of our encounter.
So it seems our Dr. Swansea does indeed have a fascination for creatures of our constitution.
Obstinate? He spent years compiling our bestiary.
I hope you're more disposed to answer my questions now.
You must have countless questions, but our rather urgent matter first. Swansea has explained. My cover, if you prefer, has been compromised.
Proviamo prima a fare un po' di domande perché volevo capire bene un po'.
These poor souls have so little left to live for. I do my best to ease their pain.
I gather you have found an arrangement satisfying both ethical and corporal concerns.
I was brought up not to snigger at my own jokes, Dr. Reed.
Pardon my boldness, Your Ladyship, but I have questions concerning this condition we share.
As a newborn, your hunger for answers is rivaled only by your thirst for blood. But the questions need wait.
I'm a scientist. My trade is in the deciphering of mysteries, and I need information to feed my mind.
I will gladly answer every question you have, but first, prove yourself capable of resolving my predicament without eating the culprit.
Allora, sono qui per aiutarlo.
Swansea has commissioned me to be your agent in this matter. You could start by explaining what's amiss.
These past insufferable weeks, I've been the victim of extortion. I've made a first payment, but the blackmailer grows greedy. I must refuse his most recent demands.
Who would be so foolish as to threaten you? A kindred spirit.
Even if it were the case, and I highly doubt it, a vampire would have asked for something more valuable than money.
I sospetti si dirigono verso un paziente.
Or their family.
Un familiare.
What are your expectations? Please be precise.
As the newly appointed surgeon of this hospital, you are in an excellent position to ask innocent questions and deftly learn the identity of my blackmailer.
Please continue. Every detail is essential. I'm your man.
My embarrassment in this matter is eclipsed only by my shame at having put the hospital at risk. The threat from our anonymous scoundrel is clear. A list of dates. My visits coinciding with the dates of suspicious patient deaths due to massive blood loss.
I'll take care of it. Do you know where I should start?
If that was the case, I'd settle the matter myself.
Potrò parlare con Harriet Jones.
Gossip, Harriet Jones? Not a pin drops here without her hearing about it.
I'll meet that woman now.
My life, as others know, is in your hands, Dr. Reed. I'm sure of your discretion, but I do fear your powers of persuasion will be put to the test. When this is resolved, I'll be your obligé. I'll answer all questions in regards of your condition.
Allora, parla con Harriet all'ospedale. Sì, ma dov'è? Vediamo un po' dov'è. Lì sopra. Cerchiamo dov'è.
It's locked, all right.
Ma dov'è? Mi dice che non è qua, quindi sarà sotto o più sopra. Ma dove diavolo? Fatemi davanti a una mappa. Però, ok. Io vorrei capire dove diavolo è. Un attimo a vedere dov'è. Andò di qui e qua. Ma vorrei capire dov'è, perché diventa veramente... Vorrei capire dov'è. Facendo un giro che non so capire dove diavolo si trova. Dice dentro lì. Allora vediamo un po'. Allora, cerchiamo bene. Ah, forse l'abbiamo trovato. Forse... Sentiamo un po' cosa ha da dirci.
What? What is this? Who are you? Get out of my room.
There's no need for alarm, madam. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon.
Preposterous. Dr. Reed, you say? I don't want some bumbling intern. Where's Dr. Swansea?
Please, calm down, madam. I assure you that I am highly qualified. I'm just back from war duty.
How brave. Threatening an old defenseless woman. You know how long I've been a patient here? You've picked the wrong fight. I'm Harriet Jones.
Harriet Jones? Indeed. I've been meaning to have a chat with you. You know what goes on here better than any other patient, I gather.
Oh, better than any patient, nurse or doctor. I've seen so many vile undertakings.
I heard there have been some despicable goings-on. Was there a case of blackmail?
Blackmail? Wait. You're investigating something. This isn't a social call. One of those incompetent cunts slit a poor sod's vein.
Allora, ci dice...
If I didn't know better, Miss Jones, I'd be inclined to say you enjoy this type of idle gossip.
God's honest truth, Doctor. It's just the way it is here. Most of these bitches would let you freeze to death before getting you a blanket.
You seem to know more about the goings-on here than anyone else. Beware, Miss Jones, in case suspicion should fall on you.
That's it. Blame the old and infirm. I see those little bitches' greedy little eyes. Just waiting for me to pop off they are.
Allora.
I assure you, madam, this is not an investigation into a possible medical error.
Debauchery, then? Nurses Crane, Hawkins, Brannigans, whores, all of them. They can't keep their legs shut. I've seen them scratching slutty sores.
Really? Well, if you have irrefutable proof, I'll not have the staff behaving in such a manner here.
This is your business, Doctor, not mine. But I swear,
L'infermiere, sì.
with some man on hospital hours.
Thank you for your time, Miss Jones. You've given me something to go on. See you on the next round.
L'abbiamo fatto. Parla con l'infermiera Pippa, Dorothy. Ok. C'è lo sborro uditivo.
The patients and staff might know something. I'll start my investigation with them.
Bravo, io l'ho cancellato. Che cosa hai cancellato? Allora, trovi l'infermiere. Uno
Good
forse
evening,
solo.
Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Vediamo un po'.
What can you tell me about the strange man visiting one of the nurses?
Bravo, io l'ho
during
cancellato.
Let me guess.
Ah, ok.
You spoke with that old shrew, Harriet Jones.
A me piace.
Do not pay attention to her, Doctor. She's full of fanciful tales.
Allora.
No matter how you feel about her, Miss Jones deserves our help.
Who says I don't care for her? Hate is what keeps that old crone alive.
She could have been telling the truth about the mysterious man.
That old witch will end up in hell soon enough. Who cares if a nurse finds some happiness where she can?
Ok.
What can you tell me about the strange man visiting one of the nurses during her shift?
Let me guess. You spoke with that old shrew, Harriet Jones. Do not pay attention to her, Doctor. She's full of fanciful tales.
Ok.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Poi c'è Dorothy Klein. Allora, devo trovarle tutte qui. Vediamo un po'. Vediamo
Good
un po'.
evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
Allora.
Do you know if any of the hospital staff have criminal backgrounds?
The people who work here all come from very different
Non sono
backgrounds,
diversi,
Doctor.
dottor.
Just like the patients.
Have you
Ok.
seen a strange man visiting any of the nurses here?
I've never heard of such a thing, Doctor.
Strange man visiting any of the nurses here?
I've never heard of such a thing, Doctor.
Tell me what Dr. Tippett did. I know his mistake caused a patient's death.
If I had not covered up his error, Dr. Tippett would have been fired from this hospital. I could not let that happen.
You can't allow your emotions to dictate your conduct concerning patients, Nurse Brannigan.
Look around you, Dr. Reed. Do you really think we can afford to lose a brilliant
Oh, lo so,
practitioner
brillante
like
qua.
Dr. Tippett's in our situation?
Perhaps you did it with the best intentions, Nurse Brannigan, but you took a great risk. Must I remind you that a man died?
You mean you've never made a mistake? Never covered your tracks? Come on, Doctor. I wasn't born yesterday.
Goodbye, Nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Allora, devo trovare soltanto una. che sarà da qualche parte. Di qua o di là? Mi dice di andare di qui, vediamo un po'. Di solito la trovavi sempre di qua. quasi il destino. Scusate, molta gente in negozio. Eccomi qua. Ok, andiamo avanti. Vorrei capire dov'è. Ah, io sono dall'altra parte, qua. Dov'è che è? Ho sbagliato strada. Di qua che è andata? No. Ho sbagliato strada di nuovo. Si trova qui. Non riesco mai a trovarla, giusto? E mi sbaglio continuamente strada. Guarda che qua sotto.
You're sure you don't come back with me?
Nah, I ought to see someone at the hospital.
Be careful. You look so bad they may keep you as a patient.
Fuck 'em. I don't like hospitals. Or doctors.
Well then, when you go back to Whitechapel, you may find this useful.
What is it?
A pass for a free medical exam by the best nurse available. Just read it.
I don't read well, but thank you, I guess.
Ok, dobbiamo indagare. Ecco, nuova zona. Qui ci saranno un casino sicuro. Allora, foglie di poplar. I versi non mi piacciono. Recupera il delinquente nelle foglie. Ecco, qui c'è sempre qualche nemico sicuro come loro. Controlliamo bene. Pieno di robe qua.
This man has been savagely attacked and dragged to the floor.
Porca vacca, qua è pieno di nemici. Ma porca! Mazza spinato. Fatti a vedere che mazza mi ha trovato. Vediamo un attimo. Se... Questa arma qui, vediamo un po' cosa ho trovato. Bastone spinato. Energia 20. Velocità d'attacco. Un po' lento però il bastone spinato, eh. No, troppo lento come arma. Qui ci sarà qualche boss fight. Sicuro come loro. Allora, vediamo un po'. Ok. Ah, mi dici di andare di lì, immaginavo, però prima fammi controllare bene la zona. Ok, vediamo un po'. Ci devo salvare. Ok.
I don't want to die here. I want to see the sky, feel the fresh air.
Ok, l'abbiamo salvato, benissimo.
Are you injured, sir?
Help me get out of here. I need to get out.
I'm Dr. Reed, and I'd be glad to help you, but you must calm down first. Please, take a deep breath.
Faccia un respiro profondo e mi dica il suo nome.
Okay, I'm Oswald Thatcher. Please, I need to get out.
All right, Mr. Thatcher, you're safe now. Do you think you can reach the street by yourself?
Yes, I do.
Good. Now leave this place and enjoy the cool night air. It's quite invigorating. I'm sure you'll feel better if you do.
Subito meglio. Ok. Ok, qui mi sembra di aver trovato tutto. Bene. Bene. Controlliamo bene tutto, perché possiamo trovare sempre qualche cosa di interessante. Poi ti fa uscire. Ok. Viti, abbiamo trovato un sacco di roba.
This is despicable.
Ecco, qua c'è qualcosa di sicuro. Una cosa che non immaginavo.
What sort of creature is this?
Porca miseria! Ok. Mi ha preso. Mamma mia. Ma vai a cagare. Ma no! Dai, che ce la possiamo fare? Allora, dai, ce la posso fare. Ok, porca me ne ha preso. Dai, ce la posso fare. Porca miseria. Ok. Lo so, ne faccio poco danno, ma... Fatto! E vai! Perfetto. Coupone, ok. Ok, avevo avuto solo...
Some voucher for a free checkup in Whitechapel. What is Nurse Crane up to? I really must find her.
Abbiamo sconfitto come se fosse un licantropo. Ah, ok. Perfetto. Era un licantropo. Sì. Io sarei morto 100 volte, almeno. Bisogna abituarsi a un gioco particolare.
I have this
thirst for blood.
Raggiungi WhiteChapel. Ok. Raggiungi WhiteChapel. Andiamo allora. Ok. Allora. Allora dice raggiungi WhiteChapel. Dov'è che devo andare? No, WhiteChapel è qua. Allora, posizione l'indicatore. No, io volevo mettere così mi diventa più semplice trovare la zona. Ok. Adesso torniamo indietro. Ok.
Step away, sir. Are you bloody stupid?
Fammi andare di qua. Siamo un attimo in ospedale. Se riusciamo anche a potenziarci un po'. Ok, siamo a livello 8. Vediamo cosa possiamo fare ora. Ok, mettiamoci un po' a posto. Migliora, vediamo se possiamo migliorarla. Ah, ci parte l'impugnatura normale. Quindi, però posso potenziare questo. Normale, ok. Non riesco mai a potenziare le armi. Ok. Vediamo un po'. Se ti dà 1000, no. Dopo. Prestazioni fisiche. Energia. Aumentiamo l'energia se si può. Di sangue. Aumenta il tuo volume di sangue. Ok. E potevamo anche potenziare questo? Però andiamo già a 1000 passa. La notte seguente. Ok. Vediamo un attimo la mappa. Giusto, la strada è giusta. Sono dei versi orribili. Sono morto. Era a livello un po' troppo forte. Mi sono accorto dopo che era a livello 18. Sono accorto dopo che era a livello 18, credevo di riuscirci. Ho sbagliato. Sì, era a livello 18, io sono a livello 9, credevo di batterlo. Ho sbagliato. Ho letto male, ho letto 8. Vabbè, non ci abbiamo provato. Allora, fammi un attimo capire dove devo andare. Ok. Allora. Ok.
Despicable.
Devo stare attenti qua. Allora, vediamo un attimo la mappa perché devo capire. Dobbiamo andare di qua. Ma è giusto? No, ho sbagliato.
Sir, no civilians allowed. Turn around, sir. Sir, I'll put it into you!
Shit, that leech is fast! We have to stop it! Die, vermin!
Porca miseria! Mamma mia che roba! Qui mi dice che è chiuso, ma come faccio a proseguire? Ok.
Whitechapel.
WhiteChapel.
This neighborhood is linked somehow to the kind Lady Ashbury's blood.
Allora, vediamo un attimo dov'è. Interessante, andiamo qua.
First, let's find this Petrescu fellow.
Ok. Sei qua? Sì, qua vicino. Ok, così sappiamo io. Così in questi casi è meglio sistemarci. Non so, riusciamo a potenziarla però. Dice paletto comune. Allora, velocità migliorata. Ok. Possono anche potenziare le armi, no? Quando colpisce. Va bene. Devo subito. Ma mi hanno portato il formaggio. Allora, vediamo se possiamo fare delle medicine. No, ancora queste. Boh. Vediamo un po'. Da come ho visto dei punti esperienza ne abbiamo veramente pochi, quindi non ci conviene salire di livello. Allora, il nostro obiettivo è andare qua.
I have this thirst for blood.
Ah, prendiamo gli animali qua. Cosa? Vieni qua, Topino.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Così ci mettiamo un po' su tutto il sangue.
I have this thirst for blood.
Allora, adesso devo andare di qua. Da come ho capito. Sì. Di qua? Sì. Vediamo un po'.
What do you want? Leave me alone.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I'm looking for Nurse Dorothy Crane.
There is no Dorothy Crane here. Now goodbye.
I'm afraid this medical leaflet says the opposite, sir.
Really? Well, I'm afraid I'm going to close this door right now. Go bother someone else, Mr. Doctor.
To enter that house, I must discover who this man really
Chi è
is.
quest'uomo?
Maybe I could start by observing what
Dice potrei osservare cosa combina.
It's locked.
Allora.
There's nobody here.
Guarda un po'.
A strange man was at the door with a pass for our medical facility. I refused him entry.
Darius, how could you know he didn't need our help?
His clothes were too finely tailored to be for Whitechapel.
Perhaps just a friend of that stray poet who is always about.
Richard Nithercott? No, not of the same cloth, this man. I suspect some machination from that journalist.
Clayton Darby. Is he still asking questions?
Yes. I saw him drifting around St. Mary's Church. I swear he is tracking me just downwind.
Ok.
I must talk to that journalist or the poet. They must know about Darius. Nearby the church they just mentioned.
Fammi un attimo capire adesso cosa dobbiamo fare. Qui c'è un bel casotto. Allora, dobbiamo andare di qua. Allora, fammi un attimo vedere. Posizione indicatore. Rimuovi, rimuovi. Ok, così so bene dove devo andare.
Excuse me, sir. I have a few questions for you.
Another journalist? I didn't answer the first one, so piss off!
I'm not a journalist, I'm a doctor.
A doctor, you say? It's quite a rare breed in this part of town.
Really? But still, here I am. Dr. Jonathan Reed, at your service.
I'm Joe Peterson to some, but Colossus Joe to most. And I don't remember asking for your service, sir.
Allora. Vediamo un po'.
May I ask what you do around here?
I do whatever I want, and sometimes even more. Now sod off.
According to you, physicians are scarce in this part of town. Why is that?
Not familiar with this neighborhood, are you? I guess your fancy colleagues are too afraid of being stabbed in the back.
This part of town does have quite a reputation. Would you say it's justified?
Totally. Look at me, for instance. I always look my opponent in the eye before knocking him out.
Allora.
Have you heard of a nurse named Dorothy Crane? She's a colleague of mine, and is supposed to live around here.
Dorothy Crane? Yeah, I know her. One of the few good souls who dare to help the sick around here.
Could you please tell me more about her?
She's a nice girl. Tries to help the migrants. I offered to give her a hand, but she said my reputation would attract too much attention.
Ok.
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
Welcome, sir. Please, take a browse of my wares.
I am Dr. Reed. I would like to ask you a few questions, if you don't mind.
Doctor? Interesting. I'm Barrett Lewis. Usually I don't have time to waste with talk, but at this hour of the night I can hardly refuse.
Allora, un po'.
As a merchant, you see Whitechapel every day. Have you noticed anything out of the ordinary recently?
Well, you mean besides the epidemic, the war, and all the usual crap? As long as I can remember, this part of town has been a bottomless pit, and no sign of the bottom yet.
Violence is increasing in the borough.
Yeah. A few nights ago, some blokes jumped me. Came out of one of the condemned work...
Why did you go there?
In the closed workshops nearby. I worked there as an apprentice.
Lì come apprendista,
now I only
ok.
go to find trinkets or tools. Too bad I was mugged, though. There was good money in that little box of loot I lost.
Have you been hurt?
No, but that's only because I ran like hell. Those men were raving lunatics, I tell you. Not even able to speak anymore.
Sarà
Just
solo di
screaming.
urlare.
How is business around here?
Business? I have no business. Between this racket, theft, and customers getting scared, I'm losing money every day.
I see. Sounds like you blame someone in particular for your situation.
It's no secret Joe Peterson spends his time harassing merchants. But with me, he's trying to put me out of business once and for all.
Per tutto. Ah.
Have you heard of a nurse called Dorothy Crane?
Nurse Crane? So the bitch really is a nurse, then? Always thought she was just some crafty foreigner, that one.
Yes, she's a nurse, and quite a good one. What did she do to gain such notoriety?
Dorothy Crane ain't even a real name. Something like Dorothea Craniu. Something like that.
È venuto in Inghilterra per scappare alla
That
guerra.
doesn't explain why she irritates you so much.
Your precious Nurse Crane gives away medical supplies and prescriptions for free. I offered to sell it for a fair cut, but no. Miss Crane wanted to play the quiet saint.
Allora, vediamo un po'. Anche qui...
Right then. Show me what you have.
Allora... Non ho già più soldi, bene. Ma vediamo un attimo se posso avere qualcos'altro.
You never lose your focus, do you?
C'è un po' di affari.
Show me what you have.
Parte di pintura normale. Allora, già che siamo qua, parliamo anche con questo.
You again? What do you want this time?
How did you become the local bully everyone is afraid of, Joe?
There's no pride in roughing up poor bastards. But this is the only job I've found. And it pays well, too.
A job? So you're racketeering for someone else?
I got enlisted by the Wet Boot Boys, a
No,
gang
questo
from the docks.
un gang del poco, sono i loro...
Most people don't become thugs when unemployed. This is a choice you made.
I don't care what you think, sir. I do what I have to do for my own reasons, and that's that.
I'm not sure Mr. Lewis would agree with your by all means necessary philosophy, sir.
Oh, do you really think he's the poor victim here? Barrett can be as sneaky as anyone. Long ago, I even called the bastard my best friend.
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
Ok, questo abbiamo sistemato. Proviamo a vedere di nuovo con questo.
Fancy buying something, sir?
You never lose your focus, do you? Joe Peterson. He's the villain here, isn't he? But you seem to know each other.
I'd known Joe for years. I saw him box once or twice. He was a friend then. But these days, he's just another thug.
What can you tell me about Mr. Peterson? Besides his behavior toward you, obviously.
Colossus Joe was a decent boxer, good one even. But after his wife passed away, he found every excuse to stop training. Just wanted to pick fights with everyone.
It's never easy to find a new path in life, especially after the loss of a loved one. But crime is certainly not the best option.
We've all had some rough times, ain't we? But most of us don't use our fists to see us through.
And no one has ever stood up to this thug.
Nobody would be fool enough to stand against the wet boot boy.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Lewis.
Ok.
Forgive my interruption.
Do not apologize, my son. Father Tobias Whitaker is always happy to teach mortals about the incoming Armageddon.
I am Dr. Jonathan Reed, and I just have a few questions.
A scientist? You are much more lost than I thought, my son.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
I don't like the liberal ideas of nurses, but I especially abhor that Nurse Crane you mentioned.
Why do you hate Nurse Crane more than other nurses?
Before coming to London,
she was
a member of the communist resistance in her country. That's what happens when you let a woman get involved in politics.
Ah, interessante.
So you're not exactly a fan of Florence Nightingale?
Interessante.
But nurses are essential for modern healthcare.
Nuns should be the only women allowed to take care of male patients. It's obvious only they have the necessary moral fiber.
Ok. Ok.
What do you mean when you say that I am more lost than you thought?
All scientists are entangled in a world of causes and consequences, and most of them can't see the plain truth.
Quite a judgmental opinion, if you ask me. But what do I know? Blinded by science as I am.
Well, you are seeking answers, aren't you? Answers about the Armageddon about to strike the city. Answers about the hidden truth.
Allora, credo solo ai fate. La mia attenzione. Ci vediamo un po'.
I suppose I can spare a few minutes listening to your so-called truth.
As a doctor, you must be aware of the decimating epidemic. But let me tell you that this so-called Spanish flu is just the beginning of the end.
What do you mean?
The beast is finally revealing itself, corrupting the flesh and the heart of men. With my own eyes I have seen them, those minions from the abyss.
Allora, Cito, cosa hai in mente?
And what would be your answer to this biblical threat?
We must fight the disease before this legion outnumbers us. But not with scalpels and microscopes. No.
What is left then?
Cleansing fire.
Okay.
Tell me, Tobias, what exactly is your plan concerning the cleansing of this city?
God will recognize his own. More than once this city has risen from the ashes, hardened and purified by the flames.
Purification by fire has proved useful.
Voglio capire un po' cosa da dirci.
Burn the clothes, the buildings, the corpses. Worse?
Your lack of faith is predictable. But my task is to convince rational minds like yours to see the light. This is God's will.
You're mad and dangerous. You're nothing but a soulless butcher. A small-time Torquemada. The Savonarola of Whitechapel.
My son, if you think salvation is a free gift, go listen to the lies of that pompous fool, Joseph.
Joseph, a fool?
Vicar Larrabee of St. Mary's Church. While he continues preaching his fraudulent redemption, more and more people die in the streets.
Oh, okay.
What do you mean when you say that I am more lost than you thought?
All scientists are entangled in a world of causes and consequences, and most of them can't see the plain truth.
Quite a judgmental opinion, if you ask me. But what do I know? Blinded by science as I am.
Well, you are seeking answers, aren't you? Answers about the Armageddon about to strike the city. Answers about the hidden truth.
I am. But the answers I seek are based on facts, not superstition.
Okay.
I have heard enough for tonight. Goodbye.
Sarà questo?
Excuse me, sir. Are you familiar with this part of town? Name's Clayton Darby, reporter.
Sorry, I'm new to Whitechapel. But perhaps you could help me since you're a journalist. My name is Jonathan Reed.
Dr. Reed, the famous surgeon. I'll gladly help if I'm able, sir.
Allora, sentiamo un po' cosa da dirci, perché qua...
Why are the newspapers keeping silent about the Spanish influenza? It's as though none of you care.
There's a war going on. People shouldn't be demoralized by news of deadly diseases.
If no one stops it, this epidemic could turn into a scourge. It may kill more people than the war itself.
Yes. This is another kind of war, but just as deadly. History will judge us all for what we did and what we did not.
Allora, vediamo un po', non voglio uscire di...
Have you any idea of the danger you face in these streets at night?
I've had to run and hide more than once from frenzied mobs incensed by the fever. Do you think the flu is really responsible for this, Doctor?
Allora. E dice, c'è una spiegazione, il mio razionale è stato messo in dubbio recentemente, non è un semplice...
I'm convinced there is more at work here than a simple
che è una semplice epidemia.
To be honest, I could say the same. Some of the sick I saw or heard of. My God, what happened to them?
What is a journalist doing in this borough after sunset?
He goes where none of his colleagues would dare to go, to inform the country.
So you risk your life to reveal the truth. I saw many reporters do the same during the war.
Whitechapel is the crucible of so many untold stories and tragedies. I want people to know them.
Le conosco. Interessante.
That's quite honorable of you. But is the public interested?
Vediamo un
Not
po'.
at all, sir. And that's why I'm an independent journalist, hoping to sell some stories.
I heard you're investigating an underground
Sono un
medical
difensore
dispensary in
medico.
Whitechapel. What do you know about it?
Not much, I'm afraid. They are wary of strangers, and I'm not really an acquaintance of theirs. Why do you care?
Allora.
I'm afraid one of the nurses from the Pembroke Hospital may be involved with unsavory activities.
Ah, could it be Dorothy Crane?
Without a doubt, you are a damn fine journalist, Mr. Darby. What do you know of her accomplice, a man named Darius?
I don't know much about the man. He's very
Molto
cautious.
corrente, non esce
Never goes
mai.
out. Doesn't seem to have any
Una
friends.
famiglia o degli amici. Non ha
He
nessuno.
has no relatives at all?
No, except for that strange man, a poet named Richard Nethercott, who sometimes comes by.
Darius con la
Darius
lascia.
would never let him in.
Where can I find this Mr. Nethercott?
He spends most of his time lurking around
Fatto del suo
Whitechapel,
tempo girando
talking
per
to himself or
WhatsApp.
declaring verses. These days, you can usually find him behind the church.
Dentro la chiesa, non
He
esce.
never goes out.
No, a few days ago he unexpectedly did. I followed him, but it was just a ruse to keep me
Facciamo
away
per
from
tenermi
his house.
lontano da casa sua.
How do you know?
He went to the nearest mailbox.
Uno delle
just
lettere più
before
vicino, ma
posting his letter.
proprio prima
He
di
ripped it
imbucare
up
la
and
sua
threw it
lettera l'ha
away.
strappata. Ah, è malato, da come vedo.
He never goes out.
No, a few days ago he unexpectedly did. I followed him, but it was just a ruse to keep me away from his house.
Really? How do you know?
He went to the nearest mailbox, but just before posting his letter, he ripped it up and threw it away.
Do you need assistance?
That would be nice of you, Doctor. Who knows what I may have caught during my investigation.
If you persist in investigating the most pox-ridden boroughs of London, you must accept the risks.
Thank you, sir.
Ok.
Goodbye, Mr. Darby. Farewell.
Ok. Trova la casetta postale e la lettera. Vediamo la mappa un attimo, perché qua devo capire... guarda un po'. I nuovi... Per favore, sto leggendo... Allora... Vedere cosa c'è qua sopra. Allora, vediamo un po'. Chissà mai proprio si potrà. Trovare... ok.
The content of Darius' letter to his children could give me more leverage to enter.
Trova gli allenamenti di WhiteChapel. Allora, vediamo un attimo il prossimo e dobbiamo andare qua.
It's locked, all right.
Però ci deve essere un modo per raggiungere il posto. Fammi andare a vedere la mappa perché devo capire bene. No, lì mi fa andare da un'altra parte, devo fare tutto il giro. Devo tornare indietro. Non cosa da dirmi questo.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed. I'd like to ask you a few questions. I know what you're thinking. A tall stranger who meets a girl in the street at night. It reeks of the penny dreadfuls. But I mean you no harm, truly.
Non parla.
Melia, I know you work for Dorothy Crane. Please tell me about her secret dispensary. A stubborn and mute comrade. Nurse Crane and Darius Petrescu have been clever. I know you understand what I'm saying. Your silence has nothing to do with you being mute, does it? Very well. Goodbye then.
Allora, dobbiamo fare tutto il giro.
There is no protection against malevolence and trickery.
Ecco, arrivano già. Ma pensa te. Forse è questo qua? Sì, è questo qua. La pianta ti fa rumore.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I would like to ask you a few questions.
Please be my guest. Although I may not be the best informant regarding this part of town, my words speak about that which the eyes cannot see.
Really? Are you an artist of some kind?
I'm a poet, sir. Richard Nethercott, at your service.
Allora, facciamo un po' di domande.
Tell me, Mr. Nethercott, why seek inspiration in Whitechapel?
The place is not beautiful per se, but how to explain it? Stirring and challenging.
Do you not think it a little morbid?
On the contrary, sir. Whitechapel is full of life, full of beauty. Just like my dear muse, the wonderful Camellia.
What can you tell me about Camellia?
Not much. And that's the beauty of it. She can't speak, you know. She's a locked mystery who exhales kindness and sweetness.
Perhaps you're just afraid to find out the truth about your muse.
One day, perhaps, I'll ask her to come with me. But will she still be my wild flower of Whitechapel if she moves uptown?
And have you ever tried to learn more
Ho
about
provato a scoprire qualcosa su di
where she
lei.
lives, how she survives, whom she may know?
Maybe I prefer she remains an enigma. Reality can be so dull, don't you think?
In what way, exactly?
The struggle by gaslight, the barren smiles and the added hunger under the rain.
If you say so.
Such vibrant antagonism and vivid paradox. The stripped humanity raged across each street.
Vivid, of course, yes. And what about the poignant distress?
Oh yes, the poignant distress. You see what I mean, don't you? That's what I want to write about, and that's what Whitechapel is made of.
Allora, hanno fatto tutto, però fatto.
Did you know the mute florist is a member of a secret society?
No, I didn't. But I thank you for this information, sir. For it only enriches the mystery surrounding the precious Camellia.
Are you not curious? Is there not more you wish to know?
That girl has not an ounce of malice in her. Whatever she may be hiding, it's certain to be for the benefit of most, if not all.
I fear you are a hopeless romantic, Mr. Nethercott.
Guilty as charged, Dr. Reed.
May I ask what you're doing at this?
Dobbiamo sapere bene tutto quello che c'è da dirci.
Not at all. I'm just enjoying the pleasure of a quiet walk. Though night talks are always preferable, if you ask me. Especially with strangers.
But are you not afraid of the epidemic?
Oh, why should I? I see some equity in the Spanish flu. No flesh should be saved, say the scriptures. Good or evil, rich or poor, all are equal in the eyes of the flu.
If you say so. But as a physician in a time of epidemic, I must caution you to avoid unnecessary exposure, sir.
Thank you, Doctor. But we both know the seeker of truth has to go boldly where the weak dare not.
What are your thoughts on the terrible situation in this city?
Terrible, you say? No. Of course, the death of so many innocents is a tragedy. But the scourge has not been all bad for the city. Oh, no, sir.
What are you talking about?
Do you remember London before the flu? Noisy, cacophonic, quiet nowhere to be found. And now, listen to this oddly peaceful silence.
Okay.
Yes. The enjoyable silence of the grave. You have a unique perspective on the situation, I must admit.
Most people fail to understand my perspective. I don't blame them. But how could I call myself a poet if I veiled my feelings?
Va bene.
Are you aware that your life could be in danger in this part of town?
But this is where I must be to feel the real beat of the city. I had to come, see it for myself, alone.
Allora.
I understand your need for solitude, but it's not safe around here.
I don't care. I don't have many friends, Doctor, and my family despises me.
If some misfortune came upon you, who would be here to help you?
Well, you for a start, my dear Doctor.
If some misfortune came upon you, who would be here to help you?
Well, you for a start, my dear Doctor.
Ok, dove ho saputo?
Are you aware that your life could be in danger in this part of town?
But this is where I must be to feel the real beat of the city. I had to come, see it for myself, alone.
Posso pericoloso queste parti, si trovano in pericolo.
If some misfortune came upon you, who would be here to help you?
Well, you for a start, my dear Doctor.
I understand your need for solitude, but it's not safe around here.
I don't care. I don't have many friends, Doctor, and my family despises me.
Ok, questo qui l'abbiamo messo a posto. Ci manca solo questo.
May I ask you a few questions about the district?
Extraordinary part of town, is it not? I'll be glad to help you, if I can.
Allora...
I'm looking for Dorothy Crane, a nurse who lives in this vicinity.
Dorothy Crane. Oh, I love the name. The Crane of Whitechapel. Sounds very mysterious. But, sorry, no, never heard of her.
What can you tell me about an old man called Darius?
Darius Petrescu? Yes, I know him. At first, I thought he was only a small publisher. I invited him to publish my work, but his reaction was pretty clear.
Not
poons. Those communist activities only require mediocre writing skills.
Aha.
I'll leave you alone, sir.
Darius is a bit less of a mystery now. It should not be that difficult to incite him to let me in.
Fammi un attimo capire dove siamo arrivati. Ah, sono passati di qui, facciamo tutto il giro. Potrei parlare un attimo con questa Adesso posso parlare con lei sicuro, perché mi ha detto qualcosa.
Tell me about Richard Nethercott. I understand he is quite fond of you, Camellia. Very well. Goodbye then. I cannot enter.
Che stupido, non ho aperto la porta. Porca miseria, che stupido che sono. Sbaglio anche strada.
unable to see the true horror around you.
Io ho ripulito tutto, quindi... Non so se ha da dirmi qualcos'altro questo.
Good evening, Mr. Nethercott.
And good evening to you too, my good sir. Can I be of any help?
Allora, fammi vedere. Non ho altro da dirmi.
I'll leave you alone, sir.
Peccato. Ma io dove sono arrivato, vero? Ok. Lui cos'hai da dirmi? Nient'altro, vero?
Good evening, Doctor. Can I help you?
Ah no,
Goodbye,
basta.
Mr. Darby. Farewell.
Cheap price, good quality. Come on, take a look.
Mr. Petrescu, just 1 minute, please.
You again? Go away.
Allora.
Sir, wait. Stop this nonsense. I know Nurse Crane is here. Shall we speak man to man, you and I?
All right. Speak up.
Don't you see we're on the same side? We fight to help the poor, sick, and abandoned.
I'm nothing like you, Mr. Doctor.
Yes, you are. You too believe in providing medical care without charge. You know what we have to sacrifice to make the world a better place.
I have to admit your words have conviction. All right, I'll let you see Dorothea. Don't make me regret this, though.
Forse ce l'abbiamo fatta, eh? Allora.
It's locked.
Chissà cosa da dirmi.
If you want to talk to Dorothea, you must go across the courtyard and take the stairs.
We've not been formally introduced. May I ask your name and occupation, sir?
I am Darius Petrescu. I'm here to keep snitches and spies away from Dorothea. And I also run this little print shop.
Abbiamo un po' di domande.
Do you have any family left, Mr. Petrescu? Children or grandchildren?
Who knows? I have abandoned my people for so long, they might as well be dead. As dead as I am for them, I suppose.
Don't be embarrassed, sir. If you must know, my own father disappeared many years ago, and I forgave him.
It's quite awkward to talk about our families like this, but... Thank you, Dr. Reed. I appreciate your trust.
Allora,
this war won't last forever. Did you ever think of returning to your country now it's free?
No. I have taught strength and determination to my sons and daughters. I'm an old, dying man who only has memories of better times to cherish.
How did you meet Nurse Crane, Darius? Why does she trust you?
I'm her oldest friend in England. Dorothea and I share many ideas about this country and about the country we left.
You mean occupied Romania, don't you? Even if not directly, I fought against your enemies.
Really? Then perhaps you have more in common with Dorothea than meets the eye, Dr. Reed.
I know you fought for your country when it was occupied, Darius. Tell me more about it.
I know my days are numbered, and I know I won't see my homeland again. But I fought for Romania all my life, and I will until my last breath.
But Romania escaped the grasp of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. It's a free country again.
But it's not the country I fought for. My homeland is not appeased, Doctor. And I still see a dark future ahead for my people.
Tell me everything you know about Camellia, the mute florist.
I do not believe in the afterlife, Doctor, but I'm almost convinced Camellia is an angel. She volunteered to give out our medical leaflets.
Are you not worried for her safety?
She is as brave as she is tough, and clever, too. If only I had met her when I was younger.
Are you in love with Camellia, Mr. Petrescu?
Don't be stupid. If I had met her when I was younger, we could have won our revolution.
Who is she, really? Do you know where she's from?
She's not from around here, that's all we know. Camellia is not even her name. It's her favorite flower.
You say she has no close family?
Well, there's that awful poet who constantly follows her around like a lost puppy. A good man for sure, but a very poor writer.
So Dorothy's real name is not Crane?
Like myself and many people in this area. Dorothea is from occupied Romania. That's all you need to know.
She seems important to the community.
More than you can imagine. The West End does not want to hear of Whitechapel's misery. Dorothea is one of the few doing something about it.
Ok.
Goodbye, Mr. Petrescu.
Abbiamo saputo un po' di notizie. Beh, così ho sbloccato le porte, così diventa più semplice per me per raggiungere. Era qui. Ok.
need help.
What do we have here, nurse?
Patient Raz van Vasily. High fever running on 3 days. Complaints of dizziness, muscle aches, and head pain. Diagnosed with influenza.
Treatment?
Aspirin and salicin for the fever and discomfort. Liquids for dehydration. But he's having trouble keeping even water down.
Thank you, nurse. Anything else I should know?
He did lose consciousness this morning, but he's never had convulsions like these.
He's not convulsing, he's choking. He's not getting any air. Scalpel! Hand me that scalpel!
What can I do, Doctor?
I need to perform a tracheostomy. Short pipe. That rubber tube will do. We're going to cut a passage for air through the neck.
Yes, Doctor. He's breathing again, but he's coughing up blood.
Internal hemorrhaging. I need to make another incision
Devo
into the
incidere il
chest
torace
cavity
e
to drain
drenare il
fluid from the
liquido.
lung. Prepare another tube.
A thoracostomy? Doctor, we've nothing to fight the infection. We need an aseptic environment.
Right then, Nurse Crane. What do you suggest we do?
I've no idea. I'm not the doctor.
Time is of the essence. We need to perform a thoracic drain.
Yes, Doctor. He's still bleeding, Doctor. I'm losing his pulse.
The drain must have punctured the intercostal artery. There's too much blood.
Are you all right, Doctor?
I can't see.
Oh.
I must first suture the artery. Find the wound. The source of the blood.
Needle and thread, Doctor.
Good. The stitches are holding. How's he doing?
We're losing him. We've lost his pulse. He's dying, Doctor.
Allora, cosa devo fare?
A dose of epinephrine, now.
Yes, Doctor.
Vediamo se ci riusciamo a salvarlo. Morto. È morto.
We've lost the pulse. He's gone, Doctor.
Nurse, we did everything we could.
Truly? Everything you could? Is that how you'll report this in your log? Is this how the war went? Piling up one poor corpse beside the next?
This was not an influenza-induced seizure. I've never seen symptoms like these on the continent.
Neither have I. But the previous symptoms leading up to this attack were the same, indistinguishable from the epidemic.
No. There was something more
Qualcosa di terribile in quella reazione, qualcosa di primitivo.
There have been numerous reports of mental breakdowns caused by the fever that accompanies the flu itself, Doctor.
Yes, but I'd best take some samples of the blood for analysis.
I doubt you're here to test my bedside manners. I owe this courtesy.
Ok, continuiamo dopo pranzo. Fino ad arrivare fino